Good afternoon. Today is, I said afternoon, actually it's still a few minutes after 11, and so good morning would have been more correct. So today, according to the sacred calendar as we discern it, is the first day of the fourth month of the year 5779. So the new moon day. Again, we discern the new moon as the full moon, as per Psalms 81 verse 3. So that's why today we see today as the first day of the fourth month of year 5779. It's also the 17th day of June 2019, and it's on a Monday. So we're looking forward to starting this book of Numbers and working through this particular book of the Torah, the first 5 books of the Bible. We've finished Genesis, Exodus, and Leviticus so far. So we're moving right along. 2 more books to complete in the Torah, and then we're going to jump right on to the next of the Tanakh, the next book. So here we go. But before we start, this is part 1, and we're going to start in Numbers chapter 1, verse 1. We're going to turn towards the east where the temple was, where it's prophesied to be again, and open in prayer. Almighty Father Yahuwah, we praise you with all our being, Father. We thank you for the understanding that you're continually pouring upon us. And Father, where we are still seeking truth, we ask that you answer, that you correct us where we're in error and help us to be edifying where we are in truth. Father, we ask that you would bless all those ears that are listening, Father, that are on the internet or Facebook or wherever they might be listening from at their homes. Father, just ask that you edify them and open their hearts and minds and help them to better know your precious Son, Yahushua or Jesus. Also that you would understand and accept the Ruach HaKodesh or Holy Spirit and see that entity, the Spirit of Yahuwah, the angel of Yahuwah, the Malach of Yahuwah, is Yahuwah's power. It's his essence. It's the only thing that Israel ever saw, and it's the thing that dwells within us that teaches us all things. It's also the same thing that anointed our Messiah, that made him to be the anointed one, and that's how he was God, our Elohim, with us, Father, is that Spirit dwelled in him. Now he has been glorified and sits at the right hand of Elohim. So we ask that your blessing be upon all those that could receive that, Father. And we ask again that you would open hearts and minds and teach everyone the truth. And correct me, Father, where I need correcting. We ask all these things in your precious Son, Yahushua, or Jesus' name. Amen. Okay. Numbers chapter 1, verse 1. And Yahuwah, again, this is the tetragrammaton. Almost every time that you see the word Lord in the Tanakh or Old Testament, it should have been translated as the tetragrammaton, or the God of the Elohim of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Okay? And really the only real Elohim that there is, Elohah. Elohah is singular, Elohim is plural. And that encompasses the Ruach HaKodesh and Yahuwah or Yahweh or Jehovah, that tetragrammaton, those 4 letters or consonants, okay? That represents the Most High Elohim, okay? So, and Yahuwah or Yahweh or Jehovah spake unto Moshe in the wilderness of Sinai. So this is where we are again in Sinai, where he received the commandments, and he is again reviewing these to the children, or the Ben, or sons of Abraham, Ben, or sons of Elohim, okay, or Israel, the Ben, or sons of Israel. That's the word I was seeking, I couldn't find. Forgive me, sometimes I have senior moments, okay? Not that I don't understand the book, it's just sometimes the words escape me, and I'm sure they do you, even if you're younger at times as well. So, I'm only 64, I'm not ancient, not even 64 yet, but almost, close enough. Okay, so he's in the wilderness of Sinai, in the tabernacle of the congregation. That's where Moshe is. on the first day of the second month in the second year after they were come out of the land of Egypt. So that dates the conversation where thus saith Yahuwah, where the Ruach HaKodesh is communicating for the Father, or the Father's communicating through the Ruach to those while Moshe is in the tabernacle of the congregation. It says, take, this is in red here, and again, this is a red letter edition, or what's known as a sword Bible, and they got the words of Elohim in red in the Old Testament. Okay? So here we go. Verse 2 in red. Take you the sum, or in other words, do a census of all the congregation of the Ben of Israel. That didn't mean he didn't number the women too, but that's who represents. After their families, by the house of their father. And this house, again, is not a building. It's talking about a family of their fathers with the number of their names, every male by their poles. Okay, their heads. That's where the word polling comes from. It's from their heads. Okay, number of people, a head count. Okay, verse 3. From 20 years old and upward. So that's the only ones that he's going to number in this, even though I said that didn't mean they didn't number their children. But for this census or poll, they did that by the males that were 20 and older. From 20 years old and upward, all that are able to go forth to war in Israel, you and Aaron shall number or count them by their armies. 4. And with you there shall be a man of every tribe, every one head of the house, in other words, the head of their home, their household, of his fathers. Okay, so he would be the head of the tribe of Judah or Yehuda, or the head of the tribe of Issachar, whichever tribe they were. And these are the names of the men that shall stand with you of the tribe of Reuben. Okay, so this is from the tribe of Reuben family. Elizur, the son of Shedur. 6. Of Simeon, Shemiel, the son of Shaddai. I'm going to get that. Zerai Shaddai. Of Judah or Yehuda, Nashon, the son of Aminadab. Or no, Amimadab. Not Aminadab, but Amimadab. Verse 8. And Issachar, Nathaniel, the son of Zuar, making some of them harder than they are. Verse 9. And Zebulun, Elib, the son of Helon, of the Ben of Joseph, of Ephraim, Elishama, the son of Amihud, Manasseh, Gamaliel, the son of Pedazur. These are very difficult for me to come out of my mouth. They might be better for some and harder for others. Of Benjamin, Abinadan, the son of Gideoni, of Dan, Ahaziah, the son of Ammishaddai, of Asher, Pagiel, the son of Okran, of Gad, Elisaph, the son of Duel, of Naphtali, Ahariah, the son of Enan. These are the renowned, or the named. That's why they call them renowned. The named of the congregation, princes of the tribes of their fathers, heads of thousands in Israel. And Moshe and Aaron took these men, which are expressed by their names. That's what, again, renowned is meaning. Verse 18, And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families, their ancestry. That's what pedigrees means. And that's why anyone that says they're of a certain tribe or lineage, or even that they are truly Israel, they need to produce their lineage or their ancestry or their pedigrees. After their families, by the family or house of their fathers, according to the number of the names from 20 years old and upwards, by their heads or by their polls. Verse 19, as Yahuwah or Yahweh commanded Moshe, so he numbered them in the wilderness of Sinai. Verse 20, and the ben of Reuben is Israel's eldest son, by their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, by their polls, every male from 20 years old and upward, all that were able or fit to go to war, to go forth to war. Those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Reuben, were 46,005. So 46,500. Verse 22, of the ben or sons of Simeon, by their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, those that were numbered of them, according to the number of the names, by their heads or their polls, every man from 20 years old and upward, all that were able or fit to go forth to war. Those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Simeon, were 59,300, or 59,300. Verse 24, of the ben of Gad, by their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the numbers of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able or fit to go to war, go forth to war. Verse 25. So again, that's how each one of them are numbered. Okay? Those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Gad, were 45,650 men. Okay? And I added men to that. Of the ben of Yehuda, or Judah, by their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the numbers of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were fit to go forth to war. Those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Yehuda or Judah, were 60. Okay, that would be 60 and 14. So that would be 74 and 600 men. Okay, so let's read that. 6,000. So that would be 6,000, 14, and 600. Maybe I did the math wrong, but forgive me if I did. Of the ben of Issachar, by their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war, those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Issachar, were 54,400, or 54,400 men. Verse 30, and of the ben of Zebulun, by their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able or fit to go forth to war. Those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Zebulun, were 57,400. Verse 32. Of the ben or sons of Joseph, namely of the ben of Ephraim, by their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war, or fit to go forth to war. Verse 33, those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Ephraim, were 40,500. 34, of the ben of Manasseh, or Manasseh, by their generations after their families, by the tribes of their fathers, according to the number of the names from 20 years old and upward, all that were able or fit to go forth to war. 35. Those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Manasseh, were 32,200. 36. Of the Ben of Benjamin, or sons of Benjamin, by their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names from 20 years old and upward, all that were able or fit to go forth to war. Those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Benjamin, were 35,400. 38. Of the Ben of Dan, sons of Dan, by their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names from 20 years old and upward, all that were fit or able to go forth to war. 39. Those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Dan, were 62,700. 40. Of the Ben of Asher, by their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were fit or able to go forth to war. Those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Asher, were 41,500. 42. Of the Ben of Naphtali, throughout their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from the 20 years old and upward, all that were fit or able to go forth to war. 43. Those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Naphtali, were 53,000, or 53,400. These are those that were numbered, which Moshe and Aaron numbered, and the princes of Israel, or the leaders of Israel, being 12 men, so 12 heads for 12 tribes of Israel. Each one was of the house of his fathers, or the family of his fathers. 45. So were all those that were numbered of the Ben of Israel by the house of their fathers, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war, even all they that were numbered were 600,000, 3,550. But the Levites, after the tribe of their fathers, were not numbered among them. This is very important. Priests aren't asked to go forth to war, for number one. For Yahuwah, or Jehovah, or Yahweh, had spoken unto Moshe, saying, Only thou shalt not number the tribe of Levi. There's another reason here, too, that's very important to understand. Neither take the sum of them among the Ben, or sons of Israel, but you shall appoint the Levites over the tabernacle of the testimony, and over all the vessels thereof, and over all things that belong to it. They shall carry the tabernacle and all the vessels thereof, and they shall minister unto it, serve those things, those jobs, and shall encamp round about the tabernacle. And when the tabernacle sets forward, when it moves, departs, the Levites shall take it down. And when the tabernacle is to be pitched or set up, the Levites shall set it up. And the stranger that comes near shall be put to death. So no one was able to do that but them. 52. And the Ben of Israel shall flag or set up their tents, every man by his own camp, and every man by his own standard or flag. I don't know why I said flag the first time. Standard here means flag. I misspoke. So each one had their own banner or standard or flag throughout their hosts. 53. But the Levites shall pitch round about the tabernacle of the testimony, or the ark of the tabernacle of the congregation, or no, of the testimony. But that's where the the Ark of the Covenant was, or the Ark of the Testimony, and that's what they're talking about here with the Tabernacle of the Testimony, that there be no anger or judgment upon the congregation of the Ben of Israel. And the Levites shall keep the charge, or keep responsibility of the Tabernacle of the Testimony, everything. Everything that was set up in the Tabernacle of the congregation, where they congregated, where the Ark of the Covenant was, and all these other artifacts now. But then there were vessels and things that were used in service of the Tabernacle of the congregation, where the Ruach came down and dwelled in, was in while they were worshiping. Okay, that's who they saw, was the Ruach HaKodesh, the Shekinah glory. That's not a biblical name. That's something that those that are in the land of Israel refer to what came down and dwelled in the temple, Shekinah glory. And that means the glory of the Most High. That's what that's talking about. Okay, and that is the Ruach HaKodesh. And the Ben of Israel did according to all that Yahuwah or Yahweh commanded Moshe, so did they. Chapter 2. And Yahuwah spake unto Moshe and unto Aaron, saying, Every man of the Ben of Israel shall set up by his own flag with the banner of their father's house far off around the tabernacle of the congregation shall they set up their tents. So starting with Levi right around, and then everyone else working their way outward to protect the Ark of the Covenant, or the tabernacle of the congregation. And on the east side toward the rising of the sun shall they of the standard, or of the, again, which would be their flag, of the camp of Yehuda, pitch throughout their armies, or their divisions. And Nashon, the son of Amminadab, shall be captain of the Ben of Yehuda. And his host, and those that were numbered of them, were 70, which would be 60 or 74,600. 74,600. I think I did the math right that time. In red, verse 5, meaning, Thus saith Yahuwah. Verse 4 was not. Verse 5, and those that do pitch next, or set up, next unto him shall be of the tribe Issachar. And Nathaniel, the son of Zuar, shall be the captain of the Ben of Issachar. And his host, and those that were numbered thereof, were 54,400. Verse 7 in red again. Thus saith the Tetragrammaton, the letters. Then the tribe of Zebulun and Elab, the son of Helon, shall be the captain of the Ben, or sons of Zebulun. And his host in black, so it's Thus saith Moshe here, or Moses, and his host, and those that were numbered thereof, were 57,400. All that were numbered in the camp of Yehuda were 104, which would be 80, 180,600 and 6,400 throughout their armies. Now this is in red from these, the word these on. These shall first go out. On the south side shall be the standard, or the flag, of the camp of Reuben, according to their armies, and the captain of the Ben of Reuben shall be Eliezer, the son of Shadir. I know I slayed that, sorry. Verse 11, and his host, and those that were numbered thereof, were 46,500. 12 again in red. Thus saith the Tetragrammaton, the letters, the Most High. And those which pitch by him shall be the tribe of Simeon, And the camp of the Ben of Simeon shall be Shelumiel, the son of Zurishadaiah. Verse 13, in black, thus saith Moshe, and his host, and those that were numbered of them were 59,300. 14, in red. Then the tribe of Gad and the captain of the Ben, say sons here instead of children, says sons, but it's still the same Hebrew word, Ben of Gad, shall be Elisaph, the son of Ruel. Verse 15, in black, and his host and those that were numbered of them were 45,650. And 16, and in black again, and all that were numbered in the camp of Reuben were 151,450 throughout their armies. And in red, the last sentence, and they shall set forth in the second rank. So that's a direct commandment. It's a response of how many when it's in black from Moshe. But remember, it's the Ruach that's speaking for the Father, not them hearing the Father's voice or the Most High's voice, other than the Ruach being his voice or representative. Verse 17, then the tabernacle of the congregation shall set forward with the camp of the Levites in the midst of the camp. As they encamp, so shall they set forward every man in his place by their flags or standards. Verse 18, 17 was in red, verse 18 is in red. On the west side shall be the flag or standard of the camp of Ephraim, according to their armies. Captain of the Ben of Ephraim shall be Elishama, the son of Ammihud. Verse 19 in black. And his host and those that were numbered of them, 40,500 in red. Verse 20. Commandment from the Most High through the Ruach, and by him shall be the tribe of Manasseh. And the captain of the children, or Ben of Manasseh, see this time they chose children, but it's the same Hebrew word, Ben of Manasseh, shall Gamaliel, the son of Pedazur, I know I killed that one too, 21, and his host, and those that were numbered of them were 32,200. Verse 22, in red, thus saith the Tetragrammaton, the Most High, through the Ruach. Then the tribe of Benjamin, and the captain of the Ben of Benjamin shall be Abidin, the son of Gideoni. Verse 23, in black, and 24, most of 24. And his host and those that were numbered of them were 35,400. All that were numbered of the camp of Ephraim were 108,000, and 100 throughout their armies. So that's the total, 108,100 men. And they shall go forth in the third rank or group. And they that shall go forth in the third rank or group was in red. Verse 25 is all in red. The flag or the standard of the camp of Dan shall be on the north side by their armies, and the captain, or the chief could have been translated, of the Ben of Dan shall be Ahizir, the son of Ammishaddai. And verse 26, in black, and his host, and those that were numbered of them were 60 or 62,700. 27, in red, and those that encamp by him shall be the tribe of Asher. And the captain of the Ben of Asher shall be Pagiel, the son of Okran. Verse 28, and his host and those that were numbered of them were 41,500. 29, then the tribe of Naphtali and the captain, now this is in red, 29, then the tribe of Naphtali, because it's in the form of a commandment, and the captain of the ben of Naphtali shall Ahira, the son of Enan. Now verse 30 is in black, and so is most of 31. And his host, and those that were numbered of them, so this is Moshe, because him and Aaron are the one that counted them, were 53,400. All they that were numbered in the camp of Dan were 157,600. They shall go last with their standards or their flags. Verse 32, the rest of this chapter is in black, or thus saith Moshe. These are those which were numbered of the ben of Israel by the house of their fathers. All those that were numbered of the camps throughout their host were 603,550. 33. But the Levites were not numbered among the sons or the ben of Israel, as Yahuwah or Yahweh had commanded Moshe. Verse 34, and the ben of Israel did according to all that Yahuwah or Yahweh commanded Moshe, so they pitched, or they set up by their flags or standards, and so they set forward every one after their families according to their house or family of their fathers. Chapter 3. These also are the generations of Aaron and Moshe in the day that Yahuwah spake with Moshe in Mount Sinai. This is all in black, so this is telling you that Yahuwah spoke to Moshe, Moshe speaking of himself in the second person, so you understand what's going on. But this is thus saith Moshe. Verse 22, and these are the names of the sons of Aaron, Nadab the firstborn, and Abihu, and Eleazar, and Ithamar. These are the names of the sons of Aaron the priest, which were anointed when he consecrated or ordained to minister in the priest's office. These were the ones that were under Aaron at the time. Verse 4, and Nadab and Abihu died before Yahuwah or Yahweh, or the tetragrammaton, the four letters, when they offered strange fire before Yahuwah or Yahweh in the wilderness of Sinai, and they had no children. And Eleazar and Ithamar served or ministered in the priest's office in the sight of Aaron Aaron their father. Verse 5, last verse in black for a while. Thus saith Moshe. And Yahuwah or Yahweh, or that four letters that represent the Most High, spake through the Ruach unto Moshe, saying, all this is in red because it represents what was said by the Ruach to Moshe, that is written down here to be spoken to the children of Israel prior to going into the promised land, while they were still in the wilderness, actually, here. Verse 6, bring the tribe of Levi near. Again, thus saith the Most High. Bring the tribe of Levi near and present them before Aaron the priest, that they may minister or serve unto him. Talking about Aaron. Verse 7, and they shall keep his charge and the charge of the whole congregation before the tabernacle of the congregation to do the service of the tabernacle. Verse 8, and again, thus saith the four letters, the tetragrammaton, the Most High, through the Ruach, and they shall keep all the instruments or utensils of the tabernacle of the congregation, and the charge of the ben of Israel to do the service of the tabernacle. 9, and you shall give the Levites unto Aaron and to his sons. They are fully given unto him, unto the sons of the ben of Israel. 10. And you shall appoint Aaron and his sons, and they shall wait on or guard their priest's office, and the stranger that comes near shall be put to death. So they're the only ones that could do this service. Could do the services that go along with the congregation, the tabernacle of the congregation, to serve Israel. Okay? Verse 11's in black. And then 12's right back to, thus saith the tetragrammaton through the Ruach. And Yahuwah spake unto Moshe, saying, here he speaks, and I, behold, I have taken the Levites from among the ben of Israel, instead of all the firstborn that opens the matrix among the ben of Israel. Therefore the Levites shall be mine. Big change. Big important to see this, okay? When you go back to Genesis, you'll see that the sons of Elohim at that time were the firstborns. That's who they belonged to, Yahuwah or Yahweh. And they would give them to them on the 8th day, and they'd be circumcised just like they're commanded to do here. But at this point, they're trading all the firstborns for the tribe of Levi. And this here is pointing toward, this is the Levitical priesthood being set up. But the original priesthood was the firstborn, okay? So this is where a lot of the traditions of Israel come along, with the firstborns being the heads and all that. But the Levites get put into this. Now, Levitical priesthood operates here on earth in an earthly plane, okay? And they do the services that mimic what goes on in the Holy of Holies, which is in the Shamayim, or in heaven with the Father, okay? So, and what's going on up there now is our high priest, Yahushua or Yeshua or Jesus, is working in that position, because he is the priest after the order of Melchizedek or Melchizedek. Okay, so but he's going to be forever the high priest now, because he no more death. He died. He was resurrected. He was glorified. He inherited that position. Many think that it was him before he was born. That doesn't make sense with everything that's said in the Bible. Who it was the Ruach HaKodesh, was the priest, the high priest in the Shamayim. Okay? And the Ruach HaKodesh is what overshadowed Mary, and that caused our Messiah to be. That's also what came down at his baptism and anointed him. Okay? And these priests all being anointed is a shadow of our Messiah being anointed. Moshe is at times called the anointed one. Okay? Same language is calling the Messiah Christ, or the anointed one. Messiah means that too. Okay? So understand, the anointed one is that Holy Spirit that came down. That's what it's all about. That's what's going on here. And so that's kind of a little synopsis. What's starting to happen as type and shadow unfold. And this right here is very important to understand, that now the firstborns were traded. That takes out a lot of false doctrine of teaching that when the sons of men looked upon the sons of Elohim looked upon the daughters of men and found them to be beautiful or attractive to them, they took wives of those. That's not talking about the sons of Elohim looking angels, Malach, that messengers, watchers, whatever you want to talk about, that's coming down here on earth and having relations, causing reproduction of people that are kind of a mixture of heavenly being and earthly being. Our Messiah said that when someone said something about someone taking in marriage in the kingdom to come, about, who would take whose, in other words, if one of the sons had died on here on earth and none of the brothers were able to marry them, okay, when they went into the kingdom, whose wife would she be? He said, you erred, but you greatly erred, that we'd be neither male nor female. We'd be like the angels, or Malach in Hebrew, in heaven. So that's telling you that, it's not about the physical thing. That all is talking about spiritual. And when you talk about sons of Elohim, you were talking about the firstborn. And now, when we get this traded over, to the trade of the firstborn for Levi. Levi represent those that are in service to the Most High. Okay? And these guys were the only one that could handle the tabernacle of the congregation. Prior to that, anybody that would have did any of that kind of service would have been a firstborn. Okay? Let's pay special attention what the scripture says, not try to push in our own understanding into this, because this is what happened. He says, and I, speaking of the Most High, behold, I have taken, he's chosen them, the Levites from among the ben of Israel, instead of all of the firstborn that openeth the matrix among the ben of Israel. Therefore the Levites shall be mine, his servants. Okay, verse 13. Because all the firstborns are mine, and that's been that way since the beginning until this point. For on the day that I smote all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, here's an example, I hallowed unto me all the firstborn in Israel, both man and beast. Mine shall they be. I am Yahuwah, or Yahweh, the tetragrammaton, the 4 letters. That had been going on since Genesis right off. And that's why when you read and you understand Genesis 5 and understand that all those firstborns that are recorded there are talking about those ones that were given to the Most High. And he's saying here, since all you can remember, since I took you out of the land of Egypt, that's the situation, because all the firstborns are mine. Everybody's his, really. For on the day that I smote all the firstborns in the land of Egypt, I hallowed unto me, set apart unto me, all the firstborns in the land in Israel, both man and beast. Mine shall they be. I am Yahuwah, or Yahweh, 4 letters. Verse 14. And Yahuwah, or Yahweh, spake unto Moshe in the wilderness of Sinai, saying, count, or number the ben of Israel, a ben of Levi, after the house of their fathers by their families, every male from a month old and upward shall you count or number them. 16. And Moshe numbered them according to the word, and now the word of Yahuwah should have been capitalized there, because it's according to the Ruach HaKodesh, the word of Yahuwah, as he was commanded. It's plainly spoken there, but no one's getting it. And Moshe numbered them according to the word of Yahuwah, or Yahweh, as he was commanded. That's who commanded him. He was commanding of Yahuwah through the word, which is the Ruach HaKodesh. 17. And these were the sons of Levi by their names, Gershon, Kohath, and Merari. Probably slayed that one. Verse 18. And these are the names of the sons of Gershon by their families, Libni and Shimei. And the sons of Kohath by their families, Amram and Izhar, Hebron, and Uzziah. Verse 20, and the ben, this is all in black, this is thus saying Moshe, because it was commanded to number them. Now he's telling you how he did it. And the sons of Merari by their families, Mahali and Mushai. These are the families of the Levites according to the house of their fathers. Of Gershon was the family of the Libanites, and the family of the Shematites. These are the families of the Gershonites. Verse 22, those that were numbered of them according to the number, all the males from a month old and upward, even those that were numbered of them were 7,500. The families of the Gershonites shall camp behind the tabernacle westward. And this is Moshe doing the commandments in black. 24. And the chief, or the captain of the house of the father of the Gershonites shall be Elisaph, the son of Lael. 25. The charge, or the duties, of the Ben, or sons of Gershon, in the tabernacle of the congregation shall be the tabernacle, and the tent, the covering thereof, and the hanging for the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. He's given them their duties, their charge. Verse 26, and the hangings of the court, and the curtain for the door of the court, which is by the tabernacle, by the altar, round about, and the cords of it for all the services thereof. 27, still thus saith Moshe, and of Kohath was the family of the Amorites, Amorites, and the family of the Israelites, and the family of the Hebronites, and the family of Uzzielites. These are the families of the Kohathites. And the number of all the males from a month old and upward were 8,600, keeping the charge of the sanctuary, doing everything it needed to set it up, take it down, and all the things, everything that was done as far as worship and appearing before the Ruach. Verse 29, the families of the sons of Kohath shall camp on the side of the tabernacle southward, and the chief, or the captain of the house of the father of the families of the Kohathites shall be Elisaphan, the son of Uzziel. And their charge, or duties, shall be the ark of the covenant, and the table, and the candlestick, and the altars, and the vessels of the sanctuary wherewith they minister or serve, and the hanging, and all the services thereof. And Eleazar, the son of Aaron, the priest, shall be chief, or captain. They use the word chief here because they're not over military, because all the other ones were able to go off to war, but it just means head or leader, okay? Same Hebrew word. And Eleazar, the son of Aaron, the priest, shall be the chief over the chief of the Levites, and have the oversight of them that keep the duties or charge of the sanctuary. 33, all in black, thus saith Moshe. 33, a Merari was of the family of the Mahalites, and the family of the Mushites. These are the families of Merari. 34, and those that were numbered of them, according to the number of all the males from a month old and upward, were 6,200. 35, still thus saith Moshe, and the chief of the house of the father of the families of Merari was Zuriel, the son of Abihail. Hiel was Zuriel, the son of Abihail. These shall camp on the side of the tabernacle to the north, or northward. 36, and under the custody and charge, or appointed duties, and under the appointed duties of the bens of Merari shall be the boards of the tabernacle, and the bars thereof, and the pillars thereof, and the sockets thereof, and all the vessels thereof, and all that serveth thereunto. In other words, they had to take care of all those setting down, putting up. 37, and the pillars of the court round about, their sockets, and their pins, and their cords. But those that camp before the tabernacle to the east, even before the tabernacle of the congregation, shall be Moshe and Aaron and his sons, keeping the charge of the sanctuary, of the charge of the ben of Israel, and the stranger that comes near shall be put to death. All that were numbered of the Levites, which Moshe and Aaron numbered at the commandment of Yahuwah, or Yahweh, the 4 letters, throughout their families, the males from a month old and upward were 22,000. And Yahuwah, or Yahweh, the 4 letters, that's what represents his name, And when our Messiah returns, he'll make sure we get the name right. Right now, there's much division over that. Everybody thinks they're right, and anybody that doesn't say it the way they say it, not in the kingdom. I, again, believe it's Yahuwah, but I'm human, and I could be wrong. Okay? So that's why I don't judge people in that way. So, and Yahuwah, or Yahweh, or the four letters, said unto Moshe, number all the firstborns of the males of the ben of Israel from a month old and upward, and take the number of their names. And you shall take the Levites for me, I am Yahuwah, or Yahweh, instead of all the firstborn. Made a trade right here. Among the ben of Israel, and the cattle of the Levites, instead of all the firstlings among the cattle of the ben of Israel. Okay, so they made a big swap here. Not just all the firstborns of Israel, but also of their livestock. Verse 42, because those are the things that they take the sacrifices from. Verse 42, and Moshe numbered as Yahuwah or Yahweh or the four letters commanded him, all the firstborn among the ben of Israel, and all the firstborn by the number of names from a month old and upward of those that were numbered of them were 22,203 score, or 60 or 73. Okay? So that's how you come up, and that's what the trade was made for as far as people were concerned, plus the cattle. Verse 44, and Yahuwah spake unto Moshe, saying, and when he spake, Yahuwah or Yahweh, verse 45 through 48 is in red, except for one thing in parentheses. Okay, so it's thus saith the Most High. Take the Levites instead of all the firstborn among the ben of Israel, and the cattle of the Levites instead of their cattle. And the Levites shall be mine, I am Yahuwah or Yahweh. And for those that are to be redeemed, okay, the ones that's going to be redeemed are all the firstborns, okay, of the 203 score, which would be 260 or 270 or 73 of the firstborn of the ben of Israel, which are more than the Levites. He says, I'm giving you more than I'm taking. Verse 47, thou shalt even take 5 shekels apiece by the head, or by the pole, after the shekel of the sanctuary shall you take them. Now, and then in parentheses down below that, in this Sword or King James Bible, it has the shekel is 20 gerahs. Okay, just telling you how much money that was. 48. And you shall give the money wherewith the odd number of them is to be redeemed unto Aaron and to his sons. Give it to them. 49. And Moshe took the redemption. This is in black. Thus saith Moshe. He's telling you what he did. And Moshe took the redemption money of them that were over and above them that were redeemed by the Levites. See, it wasn't the Levites that were redeemed. It was the other ones, the firstborn. 50. Of the firstborn of the ben of Israel took he the money, 1,303 score and 5 shekels, and the shekel of after the shekel of the sanctuary. 51. And Moshe gave the money of them that were redeemed unto Aaron. Okay, that money came from those ones that were traded. It went to Aaron and to his ben, or sons, according to the word, which is the Ruach of Yahuwah, as Yahuwah commanded Moshe. We're going to stop right there. And next we're going to be in part 2. We're going to start in chapter 4. We'll do that in the next lesson. And may the 4 letters, either Yahweh, Yahuwah, Jehovah, Yahweh, or what other derivation that's out there of that, add his blessing to the reading of the word.